a sunny day here in Essex, can you believe it? Which prompted me to say, I tell you what, whilst it's sunny, I'll give all of our listeners a little bit of a walk round the place that is Zero Radio Towers. What do you reckon? Come with me up this long and winding staircase to the depths of that place where all your favourite DJs could be heard on a weekly and a weekend basis. I've already turned all the lights on, so we're okay. Look, we've even got potted plants. How modern are we? Okay, here we are, the entrance hall to Zero Radio. So come with me. Depths of Zero Radio Towers is where you are now. Quick 360 degrees, look, there we are. Ta-da. Look behind me, don't look at me. Unshaven, feeling untidy today. So, Zero Radio Studio 1. This was the first one that came online about 4 years ago. And this is where all the shows from Zero Radio Towers come from. Look, this is the big chair. And this is where you'll get Darren, you'll get Nick Gunn, you'll get me, you'll get Ian. About 75% of the shows that are on Zero Radio are done from this very studio. You can hear the music in the background now as you speak. Look, turn the monitor up a bit. It's all known to you if you're a regular Zero Radio listener. So what else goes on at Zero Radio? Well, we have obviously the big chair here with the mixers, the main presenter's position. This is our co-presenter's position and or guest. So if Zero Radio has somebody in that's being interviewed by Darren or whatever, or Bish, who also does his studio show from here, that's where they will sit and drag a few more chairs in as well. This is our green room cum technical area. When I say technical area, you can see all of the additional mixers. These mixers will be going into Studio 1 very, very shortly. All spare stuff if anything breaks down, etc. This is where it all goes on as far as the computer streaming is concerned. You can see an array of computers, etc, etc. We have all sorts of wiring stuff up here that allows two studios to play from various computers with all of the playlists and music sets that we have all stuck on those computers with jingles and so on and so forth. This is the sort of pièce de résistance as far as Zero Radio is concerned. Studio 2, which will be coming online in the next few weeks, fingers crossed, because all of that stuff I just showed you over there has got to be brought into here, really, in terms of line on, line out, etc, etc. This is Studio 2, another big seated area. I'll just turn some bits on, shall I, so you can see what it's all about. This is more along the lines of, guess what you could call a traditional radio studio in its set out and so on and so forth. Although we still have the main presenter's chair here, we also have co-presenter's position over there, only this time it's on more of a raised stool situation, and also operator for co-presenter, screen, microphones, so on and so forth. When I say more of a traditional radio set out, we have got professional BBC mixers. These are manufactured by a Dutch company called Eela, and you can still find these in the BBC studios of today in certain places. This came from a very good friend of Zero Radio's and ours, and also does some great shows on Time and the BBC, John Leach. I'm sure you listen to his soul shows on a fairly regular basis if you're a follower of soul shows in general. Well, this was one that John had no more use for. And so we purchased it from John, and we have done stuff to it to allow it to be used here in our studios, together with the other one that we will eventually have put out in the other studios. You can hear if I press this little button here that says on air, it gets very loud in the studio. Basically it brings what's playing in Studio 1 into Studio 2 so we can hear what's going on. Eventually what will happen is that Studio 1 through there, whoever's playing in there, let's say Ian will be doing a show, let's say on a Sunday, I'll come in to do my show after Ian, I will come into this show. At the present time what happens is that following presenters hot seat it, which means that you wait for him to finish and I have to jump in afterwards. That won't be the case now. We'll be able to come in here and we'll be able to prep everything that's ready to go for Studio 2, and we will sort of we'll do a thing that allows him to say hello to me and me to do my show from this studio on air. It's all to do with lots of switching out there. And we've got a training day for all you lot from Zero Radio. So that's coming up, I think, next Saturday. So we've got all our output. We've got all of this stuff that you see down here, which just pretty much mirrors in Studio One. This is vocal processing that we have. Most studios these days will have vocal processing. The vocal processing is all purely for microphones. All of the processing on the output side of it, so it all sounds crisp and clear and nice for your lug holes, is done via the computer side of things. Software processing as opposed to hardware processing. So that's pretty much it as far as the studios are concerned here at Zero Radio. Just a quick insight to what's going on here on a regular basis at zeroradio.co.uk. One more room. This is the executive offices of Zero Radio. This is where the likes of perhaps myself or Ian, a couple of others may come in here. We can interview potential presenters. We can interview potential sponsors. We could just come and sit and relax in our leather sofas and things like that, and just say hi there and talk to people about what's going on, where Zero Radio is moving, and so on and so forth. Hope that's been a little bit of an interesting insight to what happens here at zeroradio.co.uk. Don't forget you can listen in via our brand new app, which has been around now for about a month, 6 weeks, I do believe. We're well over 500 downloads already. Got a couple of little glitches with, I think, the Android side of things, but that's being sorted out by our app developers and should be changed and sorted out within the next couple of weeks. Don't forget, keep it locked. Get on board with regards your participation with Zero Radio and all of the shows that we offer. Remember, we all do this for nothing for you. All you've got to do is turn that switch and listen to the shows that we offer to you and all of the music that goes with it. Have yourselves a great day, won't you?